Hey everybody, it's Pat Van Burkleo with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge. We are going live today on Facebook Live. We've got, I think, a couple of minutes before it actually starts, but I just wanted to welcome anybody who might be out there already looking to see what the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge is doing. If anybody's out there, we need to maybe gather something to write with and some paper. Any kind of paper will do, and we are going to start working on this in a few minutes. So if anybody's out there, if they could text me or write a comment so I can see that we're really am live. It sounds live to me. It looks live to me. I just don't. This is my first time doing this, so we'll get it all together. It's a little few more minutes. I see somebody has joined us, so I assume that y'all can see me out there, so thank you very much. We have another minute before we actually go live, so we're glad that everyone is here. All right. Oh my gosh. Family, friends, and neighbors are out there, so again, I'm Pat Van Burkleo with the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge, and we are going live every day at 3 o'clock to try to bring the club experience that we normally do every day at Boys and Girls Clubs into the homes of our kids. So this is our little effort and way of trying to keep connected to our families and kids. So we're going to wait a few seconds to see if some more people join in and see how we're doing. I appreciate my employees and family, friends, and neighbors joining in and doing this. Again, this is a difficult time, and so we want to try to do some fun things via Facebook Live and some other methods online to connect to our kids and to our families to make sure our kids are doing safe and fun activities. We do want to do internet safety, so if you're under the age of 13, you need to have parents' permission to be on Facebook. So be sure that your parents know that you're working on Facebook and then you're watching this. Hopefully you will have some fun watching it and following along. Again, I'm Pat Van Burkleo. I'm the president and CEO of Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge. And we have been doing Facebook Live every day. Jaleesa Burney, who's our director of 21st Century, is really in charge of Facebook Live during this time, and she convinced me to do this. So I am going to do some activities today to kind of follow along, and these are kind of some activities that might happen at a traditional Boys and Girls Club sometime when we're looking for some fun activities. Again, we want to be safe, so if you want to comment below, that would be great. We'd love to know what school you go to if you're a student. If you're a club member, please put that you're a club member and you go to Wildwood Elementary School or something like that. So again, thanks for everyone for joining us on Facebook Live. Let's be safe as possible on the internet. And what I'm going to do is kind of what I do every day is I have this really habit, I don't know if it's a bad habit, I have this habit of doodling. And even before y'all joined us, I started just writing things down and doodling at the same time. So I'm not sure why I do this, but I do. It allows me to think and concentrate. So I really enjoy the kind of doodling and marking, and that's what I'm going to do. There's lots of other people out there who are better doodlers than I am, and artists. I am not an artist by any stretch of the imagination, but I do enjoy doing this. There's a man out there called Mo Willems, and he is a stellar doodler. So once you're finished here, if you want to go on Facebook, if you want to go on YouTube, look at Mo's YouTube channel. He does a lot of great things. I've actually stolen a lot of things that he does also. So let's get started with our first doodle. This first doodle, which we write a word and then we turn that word into something. And I probably learned this when I was in 3rd grade. So we at Boys and Girls Clubs are doing social distancing. So I'm here alone at my Boys and Girls Clubs conference room. And so I'm handling the camera also. So sorry for being a little jerky and those kind of things, but I am going to kind of move the camera so you can see what I'm doing as I doodle here. So excuse the mess and the turns and all those kind of things. And we are going to try to set this up so you have a better idea and can see a little what I'm doing. Hopefully Hopefully that's a good view. If you can't see it, let me know, and we'll try to do something. I'll try to move the camera a little better. But one of the first things I learned, and I'll try to write this backwards, is when you write the word boy, very easy to write the word boy. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to make boy into a face. And so what I'm going to do is take this Y, and I'm going to make a big circle over here to make the top of his head. So you can kind of start seeing that there's kind of a head starting here. And then this part right here, the Y, I'm just going to follow that line over to the top, and that's really going to be his hair. So we can add a nose if we want to, a little smile, and then we can finish the chin. And let's make 2 dots for his eyes. And why not, let's go ahead and make him have glasses. So here we took the word boy and we changed it around. So one of the things I like to do when I'm just kind of doodling around is like, okay, well, I knew how to do that. Let's see if I can do something different using the same doodle and make something else happen. So I'm going to go ahead and write the word boy again, turn the paper around. And so there's the same boy, kind of the same way I wrote it the first time, but this time I'm going to do something a little different. Maybe I want his hair to be a little crazier. And look, so, and then we're going to do a bigger nose on him, and maybe a little smile off to the side, finish that off, and all of a sudden we have a different looking boy than we did before. So this boy and this boy are the same thing, you know, we started out doodling with the same thing. So let's try it one more time and see what else we can do with the boy. I'm doing, oops, kind of did this kind of close to the bottom, but that's okay. So again, we're going to finish his face off at the bottom just by making a circle. We're going to, let's see, what should we do with his head this time? Let's just make him a little like that. We're going to put eyes on him, a face. And this time, why don't we, my markers are a little running out, and we make him wear a baseball cap. So all of a sudden, my boy is a little different every time. And I did some before, and you can see this. And these are kind of like crayons. I mean, this is kind of like a coloring book. If you want to come back and then color in, maybe this kid's got crazy hair, he's got orange hair, you can come back and color all this. Or you can make these, and if you have a younger sibling, you can give these to somebody else in the house, and you've created a coloring book for them to do. So that's my boy exercise, lots of different activities. If you're really proud of your work, you can sign your name at the bottom. My name's pretty easy to write it upside down. But you can definitely do that and put this on your refrigerator and be proud that you did a little doodle that turned into a piece of artwork. So again, the boy looks really different than the first boy we did or this boy we did. So have lots of fun writing the word boy out and trying to do something with that. So we've got a couple more people joining us. We want to welcome you to Boys and Girls Clubs on the go. We're trying to bring some Boys and Girls Clubs experience to you every day at 3 o'clock. So we really appreciate you showing up. Let's see. The next thing I kind of like to do is pigs. For some reason, a pig is something really easy to draw. And so what we're going to do is we are going to draw a kind of a big circle, but we're going to squish it a little bit. So in the center of your page, I want you to make a big circle, just like that. Not a perfect circle, it's just a circle. It can be a little squishier, it can be a little bigger. Just make one big circle in the middle of your page. And then what we're going to do is we're going to make another circle right there. Okay, so just draw another circle, kind of close to the bottom third of the circle you did. And let's write the number 11 right inside that little circle. Okay, and then let's come up here and draw what's going to be his eyes, as you can see. Little eyes. Pretty simple. 2 more circles. So draw those circles. Is yours looking anything like mine? Mine's kind of scary looking right now. So let's see what we can do. to make him a little happier looking. So let's put some ears on him, and the ear would be kind of like writing a V. I'm writing it upside down, and it definitely looks like a V. So if you want to turn your paper around and make a V, that would be great. You can put little marks inside if you want to. Okay. So let's do something about his eyes. So let's make this guy look over here and look this way. I kind of sometimes like to leave a little piece of white in the eye so it looks a little more happy. And then I'm just going to give him a little cute little face over there. That's going to be his mouth. And then if you want to, you can finish off his body. And let's go ahead and make him a little inquisitive looking, or maybe that's a little mad looking. He looks a little mad to me. Huh. I don't know. Let's try Mr. Pig again and see how we do again. So again, we're just going to make a big circle. Let's do this again. We're going to make 2 eyes. And we're going to make his eyes over here look like this. We're going to do his V's. We can do any order we want to. We'll make a bigger face for him. And so there is Mr. Piggy. Not bad, huh? Not bad. Your doodle. That's all it is a doodle. You know, there's no right or wrong. You can do this as big or small as possible. There's no foul, no harm on doing whatever you want to do. There's no right answer or wrong answer. It's just a lot of fun. So let's do one more, and let's do this a little differently. Let's go over to your left-hand side of the paper, and let's make a circle, okay? And that's going to be the head of the pig. So let's try to do those same things we did on the big pig, but we're going to do it on the little pig right now. So we're going to come in and do his little snout. I got a thick marker, so my snout is already kind of colored in. If I had a thinner marker, it'd be probably better here. And we're gonna just make eyes and just put a dot in the middle of his eyes. Again, my pigs look a little scary for some reason. And we'll make a little mouth right there. And then what I want you to do is come over, let's go here, and make another big circle like that. Man, he's a big pig. We've been feeding him well. And then here at the bottom, we're just going to make 3 little sticks and then close them off and then put little toes on them. And that's going to be his front legs. And let's try to do it in the back. We're going to do the same thing. 3 little sticks, and that's going to be his legs. And then every good pig definitely has a tail. All right? So now you've got this great looking pig. I always like to make their eyes a little. Hopefully you're seeing that big. And if you want to, you can come back and color it. Or again, if you have somebody else in the house you want to color it with and do that, you can definitely, color your pig and make him happy. We all like bacon, and that's where bacon comes from, is from pigs. So you can color them in, make them a little happier. There you go. So that's our pig. Easy. I love to see your pigs and see how they turned out. Hopefully they did a great job. Hopefully you're having fun kind of doodling along with me. The next doodles I really like to do are just kind of making up creatures. I don't really know what they're going to end up being when I start. So I just start drawing, and then hopefully something good comes out of that. So there's no right or wrong when you doodle. It's just a process. When I'm not talking to you, when I'm doodling, it's a good way for me to think and calm down and enjoy the day and those kind of things. So let's see. We got a blank piece of paper in front of us. And we love drawing circles because circles are easy to draw. So let's draw kind of a big circle in the middle of your page. A big circle in the middle of your page. And let's go kind of up to the top third, and let's draw another circle. Wow. 2 circles. Pretty easy to do. Pretty easy doodle for us to have. And then why not go again and draw another circle? And I'm going to color that circle in. Maybe I'll leave a little white spot right there. See how I left a little white spot for him? That's his kind of pupil. So, and this circle is a little creature is going to be, and this creature maybe has some wild hair. So I drew a little hair on him. And then let's give him a mouth. I usually like to do the little mouth here, but I'm going to do a really big mouth on him. And then why not come over here and draw that upside down V like we did for the pig's ear, but we're going to do it on the bottom of the mouth so he has a little fang and another little fang there. Well, he looks like he's floating around there, so what we probably need to do is give him a little feet. So I'm just going to give him some weird little feet here. And he's got little toes hanging out there. So there you go, man. Didn't know what it was going to look like. That hair is kind of crazy. It looks like a carrot or a turnip. Maybe it's a turnip creature. And you can name your creature anything you want to and make up a story about him. So mine's a little weird look. I'd love to see yours. Once you create one, send it to us, attach it to the bottom here. We'd love to see what you're doing on your drawings. But this is my little doodle. And we'll see what kind of creatures you have also. Let's do another one. Let's just kind of see what happens. Let's put another circle down here, and let's do a big oval down here at the bottom. What do you think? What are we going to do with this? So we've been drawing lots of circles, so let's do a big maybe V here. Maybe he's got a tail that's very pointed. So I put a pointed tail on him. And maybe this creature has lots and lots of legs. So we draw kind of a backwards L or a 7 on the bottom to make all these legs. Now usually on the face, I've been drawing the eyes inside the face. But you know what? I think I'm going to do something different. I'm going to draw like a figure 8 right on top and make that face, the eyes kind of stick out over the face. Okay? And all of our other creatures, we've been kind of just doing one line for a mouth. So let's try to do something different on this guy. So let's draw 2 lines like that. And then maybe we put the V in there, and all of a sudden, this guy has a beak. Pretty crazy. I'm going to make little eyes like that. And then maybe you come back in here and you color in just a little bit. We'll color his eyes a little bit. And maybe give him a little cheeky here. And all of a sudden, you got this crazy looking animal. And guess what? You could take this and you can name him. I'm going to name mine Gary, because I can write Gary upside down, I think. And I can make up a whole story about what Gary is doing and who Gary is and all those kind of things. So, just, again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just taking circles and lines and trying to do something fun with that. So let's see, I have my notes somewhere. What else should we draw? Kind of like the pig, I really like drawing cats. Cats are kind of fun to draw also. And they're very similar as the pig we did. So let's see if we can do that. See if I have a new marker I can use. Again, it's just making circles. If you can draw a circle, you can doodle, you can make a little piece of artwork, you can hang on your refrigerator or give it as a gift to somebody. So what we're going to do is, again, we're going to draw a really big circle in the middle of the page. Easy, right? So let's try to do that again. Perfect. Again, mine's a little lopsided. There's no right or wrong answer. It's really just what you can do and wherever you are. So that's what we're going to do. So let's see. Let's start with the nose again. And just like the pig, we kind of make a round nose like that. But this time, let's color that nose in for some reason. Okay? Let's color him in. All right? And then let's draw like a straight little line right down there. So is yours starting to look like mine? A little, got his nose and a little line down there. And then from there, what we're going to do is just a little U and a little U right there. So again, just a little something. And let's make this cat stick out his tongue a little bit. So can you see the personality developing on this cat as we draw it? Every figure you draw has a little personality. So the eyes really tell a story. So let's go ahead and do the eyes. I'm going to make it like a number 8. So the eyes are really close together. You can see the number 8 there. And then since our cat has a little cheeky smile, I'm going to make his eyes kind of come over here to the side. All right. Now every cat has to have ears, and just kind of like the pigs, we make ears for the cat. You can make little ears under there if you want to. All right. So what's missing on our cat? Well, all cats have whiskers. I think all cats have whiskers. So we need to do a whisker. And doing whiskers are really easy. You got to think of the number 111. 111. And here we go. We're going to watch 111. 111. Look how easy that was. 111. So there you've got a picture of a pretty darn cute looking cat. Now if you want to do a body, you can just come over here and kind of do this, and look, you've got a really cute looking cat. You want to give him a little, there you go. Pretty interesting. Now if you decide, hey, I want to do a little bit more with this cat, you can definitely do something. You can say, well, maybe he's gonna be all dressed up, ready for a party. And so I'm gonna give him a bow tie. Our bow tie. So I get so all of a sudden look at this guy. Huh? Or maybe you're gonna not do that and you're gonna do something else, and maybe you'll put a bow in his hair or her hair, whatever. And you can see you've turned the personality a little different on the pig. I mean on the cat. I'm sorry, on the cat. Cat. Meow. Again, you can name your cat and tell a whole story about what your cat's going to do. He's all dressed up and he's going to meet somebody, blah, blah, blah. You can tell a whole story about your doodle. And that's what doodles are. It's just a moment in time. It's just something that you do kind of freehand. Again, there's no right or no wrong on doing anything like that. So let's turn our paper this way, long ways, and let's draw another cat. Why not? Huh? We've got time, I think. I'm not sure what time it is, but we got time, and we can let's draw another cat. And let's draw a cat a different way, but kind of similar. Let's go to the top part of our page, the top third of our page, and let's draw a circle. I'm using a different color. Hopefully you can see that. And let's do the exact same thing we did with this cat, but just smaller in this same space. So I'm going to come in here and draw the nose. Remember we drew that line for his little mouth? We made a little curve and a little curve, and then we stuck out his tongue a little bit. Huh. Pretty funny. And then we're going to do his eyes again. And what should we do with his eyes this time? We'll make the eyes go down here. We're going to do this, and we're going to do that. So, and what's always missing? I always forget. The whiskers. And so the whiskers are, what's that number we're going to use? 111. 111. 111. Huh. Pretty good. So my face is a little smaller than what we did with this guy. So this gives us lots of room to draw a body. So it's a little bit more detail. So let's just make sure everybody's caught up. So look at this cat, and you think there's going to be a body somewhere. You can almost imagine it before you even draw it, where the lines are going to go. So I'm not going to draw a big circle. I'm going to draw part of a circle and stop here at the bottom, okay? So I'm going to go like right here, and then I'm going to stop. See how I stop there? And then I'm going to go this side, and I'm going to stop. All right, so now you've got this cat that kind of has a body, but has this opening down here. So what I'm going to do on that opening is I'm going to draw the cat's feet, or legs and feet. So I'm going to draw just the number 11 again, and then put a little U here at the bottom. And I'm going to do the same thing, a number 11 here, and then a U at the bottom. And then you can draw little lines here for its little toes. You see his little toes? So now we got this open space. We really need to close that. So imagine that line circling around, and we're going to close it up. I think we can do more with this cat. What do you think? I think that maybe what we could do is draw a little circle there and draw feet. Maybe a little circle there and draw feet also. So does it look like my cat is sitting down? I think there's something still missing. Every good cat needs to have a tail, so I can decide which side of the paper I want to put my tail on. But just start somewhere here and go up and make the cat tail. So how's my cat looking now? Kind of funny looking. So maybe my cat has some stripes. So we're going to just add some stripes in my cat. And there you go. We got a great cat. You can come back in and color if you want to. You could call your cat. This one I'm so happy with. I'm going to write my name on the bottom. Do you write your name down on the bottom of your artwork? I do. So look at that cat. He's almost talking to you, isn't he? So he has a name or something. Y'all can name him. Tell me what name you would give him. All right. So I'm going to do one more just to see what we can come up with. Instead of drawing a circle, let's draw a square with rounded corners in it. I'm not sure what that's called, but we will draw and then round that up, and then round that up, round that, and then make a little. So it's kind of a square, but it's kind of rounded on the corners. You see that? You see that? So let's think what we're going to do. I'm going to draw a little something right there, a little U. Let's use the word U again. Another U right there, and then I'm going to draw another U and a U there. So you think those are ears, or you think those are eyes? We get to decide. I'm going to say those are kind of ears, and then what I'm going to do is draw two little dots. Two little dots. Look at that. We've been drawing everything really big, but this time I'm going to draw it small. And what am I going to do with the rest of this? So he needs a mouth somewhere. All body's got to breathe. So let me look at this and decide where we're going to go with this. So I'm going to draw one of my favorite letters that we've been using on numbers that we've been using on everything. It's 11. I'm going to draw 111 like we did on our whiskers right there. And then I'm going to close these off. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put two little dots right there. And then I'm going to come down here and draw maybe that. Hey, look at that. Is that a giraffe? Is that, I don't know what that is, but it's something. It's something, that's for sure. Okay, so lots of times when people doodle and go into we go to cartoons or we see, a Disney thing, we have what's called animation. And so I'm going to teach you how to animate two drawings really quick. And we're going to get a piece of paper, and if you have a pair of scissors, you can use that. I have a ruler right here, and I'm going to place my ruler right on my paper, and I'm going to get about 1.5 inches. It doesn't have to be exact. And all I'm going to do is tear my paper. Now, you may need to get a pair of scissors, and if you use a pair of scissors, really, please be careful. And what we want to do is take that little piece of paper, like that, and just fold it in half, just in half, okay? So you've got a part here that's folded, and you have two open sides right here. So you have two open sides. So I'm going to draw on the bottom, like maybe just inch, just the bottom inch down here. I'm going to draw a figure. And this doesn't mean anything. I mean, you draw anything you want to. So let's see what comes to my mind here. And again, I drew a circle because I'm a big circle person. And then I'm going to draw two lines. We're just going to have a person here. And maybe it's going to be a girl. And she's got some hair coming out here. Huh. All right. Nothing special. Just a little doodle. Just a little something. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to flip her over. See how I did that? I just took that piece of paper and I flipped it over. And then if you press down really hard, you can kind of see that picture I drew before. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy that a little bit, but I'm going to change maybe the expression on her face and what her arms and legs are doing. And let's see what I can do here. So I can see her face, I see her body, and so this time I'm going to make her arms go up, and I'm going to open her eyes up, and I'm going to make her hair maybe a little weird, and maybe her bow flew off of her head, and then her feet are kind of crazy. So look at that. So that's a little different, a little like she got scared or something and something went wrong. So what I'm going to do is flip this back over, flip that back over to that little girl there. Okay, the first drawing you did, if you're following along. Then I want you to take a pencil or a pen like I have, and at your first drawing, what you're going to do is you're going to roll this up really, really tight. It needs to be really, really tight. Just roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it, and then release. Okay, so you got this big curl. See that curl on there? So animation is just a series of pictures that flash in a certain speed, and if you see it, if you do the speed right, you see, let's see, you kind of animate it. Can you see my person animated differently? And you see she kind of comes to life, and she's like, I'm scared, something happened to me. You can come up with a story about your little animation here, and you can do that. Let me see if I did another one earlier, I think, that we can use. Look, here's another one. It's a bird, and if you do the bird right, and you do this, you can start seeing, can you see that on the camera? You can start seeing, you've animated, look at his top hat. Can you see his top hat flying off of his head? Pretty cool, pretty cool. Should we do another one, or did you get it? Let me just do that real quick, one more time, just so you can see it. And again, you get a piece of paper, a quarter, an inch and a half or so. You tear it or cut it. Pretty easy. You're going to put this in half, and you're going to draw something right here on the bottom. So I'm going to just draw, again, we love circles. I'm just going to draw this little creature. You know, look at that. That's nothing. Everybody could draw that. That's really easy. I'm going to flip him over, and then I can see him again underneath here where his body is. And so maybe he's really scared and his eyes got popped out, his arms went up, his legs went this way, and I'm just going to do a little marks around there. So let's see what this looks like. Then you take your pen at the very end of the paper. You roll, 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 roll. Make it really tight. Press down on it. Let go of it, and then do this. So can you see something happening with his eyes popping off of his face? Pretty fun. So again, there's a story behind here too that you want to be able to tell somebody. That Mr. Fred here was walking along, and saw a frog and got scared and jumped high. So there's a story for you. So when you do this, make sure you tell a story, because that's what animation is really about. All right. Well, a lot of stuff covered. Definitely you can go back and look at all these things. What we want you to do is use your imagination as much as possible. Use your creativity, draw something, tell a story. It's real important. So on behalf of Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Baton Rouge, we really appreciate you being here. We know it's a hard time for everybody, and kids are looking for things to do. Hopefully what we're doing daily is making a difference and giving you some ideas of how to entertain kids and bring a little Boys and Girls Club experience into your home. And that's what we want to do. We value you a whole lot. Y'all are the reasons we exist. So we thank you. And I really want to thank my staff and everybody else who's been working so hard on so many different projects that we've got going on during this time. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you again for my staff and everybody who's doing such a great job. Big shout out to TK, our Director of Operations. We're a better organization because of her and Jaleesa and the staff that we have. So thank you very much. And until tomorrow, we'll see you again at 3 o'clock on Facebook Live at Boys and Girls Clubs on the Go. Take care, and we'll see you soon.